From Studio 105, anything and everything ain't shit podcast with Eric and Justin. And Justin and Eric, what's happening, y'all?
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
What's
How are
happening,
you?
everybody?
Huh?
Hope everybody. I said, what's happening, everybody?
I was like, what?
Huh?
What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I guess I'm having trouble hearing today. I don't know why, but hey, it's another Saturday, almost Christmas time. Maybe that's why my brain's like on, Christmas shopping for everybody and, trying to remember all that good stuff.
Yeah. A little frazzled already.
Right? Yeah. But it's all good. I'm on vacation from work, so that kind of helps out a little bit.
Nice.
Get to spend a little bit of time with the girls and all that good stuff,
Totally.
Don't really get to do all that, it's kind of cool. So I was like, hey, they're on vacation, why not take some? So it works out.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're on vacation too, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Told the world to go stick it for a couple weeks.
Man,
Yeah.
I really want to, but because I can work online and digital marketing, doing computer stuff, I just have a feeling I'm still going to be getting busy. It's when you have an online store, it's the way it works. You don't really get a vacation, but I'm going to try to make the best of it and try to pass off as much as I possibly can to everybody else and let them handle it. So
No, that's cool.
yeah, definitely.
Well, at least you're gonna have at least 2 days probably off. Like New Year's Day and Christmas Day.
You would think. You would think.
Well, you'd hope at least.
It's one of those things, man. At least I got a job. I have a nice life, so can't complain too much. But it is the first official vacation that I've had for a couple years.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's always been taking time off to heal from some kind of surgery or something before. So now it's at least I can just chill out and feel bad about not doing anything.
Yeah, this is like my first, I think, whole week that I've taken off in a long time. Usually it's just a couple days, like extended weekends or whatever. Just kind of, so.
Well, it ended up because we had like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, both weeks.
Yeah.
So I took Monday and Tuesday off both weeks, and I'm only using 4 days vacation to take 2 weeks off.
Nice.
So,
that's cool when
nice
it ends up like that.
Loophole.
Yeah. Got to keep those vacation days on that back burner just in case
I've
something
never
happens.
had as many vacation days together as I do right now. Like I'm pushing the limit of how many you can have to where they start telling you like.
I think I pushed my limit because I haven't seen my vacation gone up any. So I'm just like, maybe that's where I'm at.
Right.
That's as many as I get.
Right.
So I guess I better take some.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just hard when you're committed to something, and especially because like I said, we've been transitioning our website from a glorified brochure to an e-commerce site. So it's a lot of work just to be able to get it to be sellable. And then once it is, it's a lot of work to keep it going. So
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think I want to. Plus, I want to save some of my days off because concerts are coming up too. So that's a big thing.
Do you usually take a vacation day on a concert day?
Well, I'm starting to think about it now that I'm older. After this year, I was, as many shows as that we've kind of been to, I've kind of like, that day after the show is probably a good thing. So I think maybe I'm gonna try to do that now. Just because I'm a little bit older, it seems to hit me a little bit harder, and
get
just
old.
maybe,
that's what happens.
Yeah, but yeah. So,
gotta change it up a little bit.
Hey, it's for a good cause.
Right.
Music.
That's right. Hey, you might miss it next time, or might never see him again. Like a lot of the bands that we like.
Yeah, especially
they're up in our age brackets. So.
Yeah, and
well, they're older than us even.
Well, right.
So.
Yeah, and it's just like how many of are we gonna be able to hoot out and handle out, and especially like some of the places that we have is like Red Rocks, greatest place to go see a show, but hard as hell to try to navigate sometimes, especially when it gets dark. Drunk.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing we don't drink anymore, man.
Well, right,
like,
yeah, no,
I don't think I could handle walking up that hill even on the way in. Yeah, I could maybe now, but when I was drinking or something, like no way.
It was last time I was up there.
That's why we always park down there so we can walk out.
Yeah.
And have to walk downhill instead of having to truck up. to
Right?
get to the car because,
It was
man,
funky.
that's just dumb.
But Red Rocks is one of the better places. But yeah, I don't know. So,
It's awesome. It's the best sound that you can ever have. I mean, so many bands that we've seen there, they're just like so happy to be there, so ecstatic about being at Red Rocks because it's been a dream of theirs. So,
well, right, a lot of
it's
people.
the largest amphitheater, natural amphitheater.
Yeah, it's.
And
Yeah,
it's-
I don't know of any other place like
If you
it.
haven't been there, you should put that on your bucket list for sure. So,
Whatever show it may be, to go check it out, or even go walk up there, just see the view. It's a cool view.
right.
I mean, it is just a cool view of this. Just see all of Denver and its surrounding cities as well. It's pretty badass. The sunrise is phenomenal as well.
Dude. I've seen some pretty cool stuff up there.
Yeah.
Like I saw a Lamb of God show, and it was during a blood moon.
Yeah,
And
that would have been badass.
There was
Yeah,
a
man.
thunderstorm out on the eastern plains. So you could
Yeah,
see it
that's-
right above the canopy of Red Rocks, and then the blood moon up there is like
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, you can't.
can't.
I mean, and that's what. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, there's just something about you just see everything.
Yep.
Just off in the distance. It's not so much just the concert. It's nature and the city itself is an awesome view.
Yep,
So,
everything about it. You're looking up at the rocks the whole time. Like,
yeah.
remember when they used to have torches up there?
So I think I missed that. I think
Really?
I ended up
Like,
coming a year
in that
after.
YouTube in that YouTube
yeah.
video for
The,
Bloody Sunday or whatever.
Yes, yep, they had that
They
going.
had those going. Yeah, they used to do it a lot, but I think they had too many people trying to climb up there, getting in
I think
trouble, and
Getting
some
burnt.
people rolling off and
Right.
getting hurt. And there's always somebody passed out up against the rocks between
Oh
the
man,
railing
it was,
and the rocks.
taking a tumble or something like that. I remember the first show that I saw. There was people like passed out underneath the benches, and it was just like everybody was like, "Hey, it just sucks for them that they're gonna miss the show."
That's,
But,
everybody gets used to it. There's always that guy
yeah,
or that girl, one of the two,
that person.
right?
That's funny as enough.
So today on the agenda, Eric has on tap.
I have on tap the assassination of Kim Jong Nam. It was a long time. It was a while ago that it
Kim
took place.
Jong Nam?
Nam, yeah. Kim Jong Un's half brother. We all know him as the dictator of North Korea and all that good stuff. His name comes up often in our news, just because he's just one of those wonderful people, I guess, on the planet that I mean, I guess when you tell your people of your country that you can only have 3 different haircuts, you're a good person. So, but his half brother's assassination, which I thought was an interesting story, and how it was I guess played out. I guess I could say,
How what played out?
how the assassination played out, just how the people got involved and how how they got it to him and all that good stuff. I thought it was kind of a cool story. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
it was interesting.
I got some pyramid scheme conspiracy stuff for you.
Nice.
Everybody thinks it's like, well, who cares? That's all the stuff they found out about the pyramids is like decades ago and stuff. And that's totally not true. There's been new studies in the within 2025 that have been suppressed by certain entities.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about what they're hiding and possibly why they're hiding it.
Cool.
Yeah. So before we go take a break, I want to say it is Christmas. So I want to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to my
man.
boy here.
Right on, man.
It's awesome being able to spend this beginning of vacation, get ready for Christmas, finally getting in the Christmas spirit and stuff and being able to hang out with my boy and chill out. So I got a little something for him.
Oh, shit. Right on, man.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and open it,
Cool,
dude.
man. Sweet. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I didn't get you nothing.
It's all right. Just your friendship's worth everything,
All
man.
right, man.
So if anybody noticed, Eric's a big Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it's crazy. Which is funny enough. I
That's
actually
why we
did
have
grow up
stars all over the place.
I did grow up on the Cowboys. My mom is a Cowboys fan. She
I hear he's a Raiders fan too.
yeah,
But
Raiders.
a closet Raiders fan. So I just brought you my trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, fucking sweet, bro.
I hope you don't have it already.
Nah, man, I don't, man. Awesome, bro.
Right on. I hope you like it.
Well, it's Cardinals, man.
Yeah, that's why I said if you don't like
That's
it, dude,
awesome.
you're dead to me. Like, I don't even know you anymore. if
Right?
you
I don't
like
know
this.
who you are. The aliens definitely would have had me, man, if I would have loved my Cardinals shit, man.
Right?
Fucking A, dude.
Right on.
Sweet. Right on.
It's cool.
Right
Put
on.
your head down so they can see the logo. That's tight.
It's even got the ball, too, man. I actually like
Because that's the thing. I wanted to find one with a ball, but there was one that had like just Arizona across
Nice,
the
man.
front. I didn't know if you already had it. You know what I mean?
I have
So,
a.
I know you have stuff.
Yeah,
That's-
but
I don't know. What
I don't
you
actually
so-
have. With the gloves, man, and that's actually awesome.
to match, bro.
Right, dude. Nice.
Now you need to go to a Bronco game and wear all that Cardinal stuff, dude.
Well, no, and that's actually the thing, dude. Is every time I've ever gone to a Bronco game as a Cardinal fan, people like never have given me. And I know the rivalries and there's always, but like, I have never been like to where Bronco fans have like. Of course, there's always the camaraderie of ha ha ha, but it's a respectable of man, they could tell that I'm a true football fan.
Right.
I'm a true Cardinal fan for two, and that we could give each other crap and
Yeah.
be like, hey man, it's just all for the love of the game, and that's the true fans of football, and that's why.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of preseason games against the Cardinals.
Yeah. I've
Never really heard any riff-raff in the stands,
and that's
man.
like I said,
But-
and it's always the that's badass.
Nice.
So, but yeah, and that's the thing is like I've always never had issues, and it like when I first moved up here, I heard, oh man, blah blah, this guy got beat up, blah blah. But yeah, it's always, I know I started with the blah 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 again. But,
We had a conversation about Eric and the blah blah.
Yeah.
Yada yada blah
yada
blah,
yada blah blah blah. But it was I remember I think it was a Kansas City game where some guy got pushed down the rail, and that was because he of course sitting there talking smack.
I've been to a lot of Bronco games.
Right,
And I've
yeah.
seen fights, and I've
I mean, it's
the craziest one, and this one was awesome, dude. Because anyway, it was a Bears game, the Broncos against the Bears. It was like 12-9 was the final score or something like that. It was also like 12 degrees below zero. There was just so much snow in the stands and stuff, and we were like up in the south stands. And this guy, we were probably sitting in the middle of the row, and this guy came from all the way from the aisle. He like Supermaned over the aisle and just crunched this guy.
What
and they
the-
started fighting and everything. It was like a couple rows in front of us. I was just like, bro,
that's
that guy's got some
insane.
Superman skills, dude.
Right?
He was mad if he came that far.
Well, yeah,
Like, he was horizontal all the way across those chairs, man. He
that's
landed
crazy.
it. Good for him.
Well, yeah,
I don't remember what it was about, but,
Obviously, that the person that got clocked.
That's
really,
what we're talking about, where there's camaraderie in a game, and
Yeah.
as fans and stuff. There's just like that kind of stuff, man. You don't maybe want to throw punches, but hey, you got to
like I
defend
said,
your. I'm not going to let somebody throw a punch on me and just get away with it either. Though.
Well, right, no, and that's the thing is like
Most people just can, like, whatever.
obviously that man had said something that offended, because like I said, I've gone to Bronco games, all that, and never have I. Of course, somebody who's going to give me grief, I'll give them grief, but it's all and out of fun.
Right.
I've
That's
never,
the way it should be.
Right. But I've also seen where people have gotten out of hand because somebody said something about somebody's mama.
Dude, I would just laugh if somebody started talking about my mom.
I
Like,
know.
you
What'd
know
you say
my
about-
mom?
You know my mama?
How did
But,
you?
it's
small world, bro.
It's crazy, and I
funny.
know some people get under other people's skins.
I lived in Kansas for a while, and I knew some Raiders fans, and they thought it was a good idea to go to the pool hall,
Sit there
and
and-
bar or whatever, and watch the Broncos Raiders game. And I don't know what kind of environment they watch their football in, but in my house, I'm like, go.
Yeah.
Like run, dude. Yes. Oh,
Right.
okay, cool. You're bad or whatever. And they're like, bro, you really need to shut up. I'm like, what? What do I need to shut up for? Like all that go talking. Like, because you're losing.
Right.
I was like, all right, man, it's cool. You can't watch the game with the other team. Don't invite the other team. Like, that doesn't make sense. But all right, man.
You know, it really kind of gets me.
And some people are like that. They don't want any resistance, and I'm kind of like that sometimes. I just, I don't need it right now. I just want to watch the game on my couch in my own house. I get that, but sometimes you're in places where you're gonna meet resistance, and sometimes you lose, man. You know that.
Well,
sometimes you lose.
It's
like,
you
sorry, man.
yeah.
I had to throw that in there.
It's all right. I caught it. It's all good. I
support this guy. It just doesn't matter.
We've been giving each other grief for
seriously
freaking years
upon
years about.
I don't know. Was it you or Marty that brought up Bronco Boy?
Bronco Boy?
Was it Marty or you?
I think I might have said Bronco Boy. I don't know. That sounds kind of like, because Marty wasn't. He was.
I couldn't say anything about Cardinals because nobody cared about the Cardinals. So.
Well, hey, and still nobody really does except for me. But it's okay. I love my team, man.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into Eric's story about the assassination.
Okay, this appears to be one of the weirdest true crime stories in history. And it's one that totally flew under the radar, at least in the United States, because of when it happened and where it happened. Back in early 2017, two separate women in two separate countries were both approached by men saying they wanted to film a series of prank videos for YouTube. One was from Vietnam, one was from Indonesia. They were paid a small amount of money for this, although it wasn't a small amount of money to them. The prank was that they would run up to strangers in public places and smear some sort of lotion or baby oil or something on their faces, and then apologize and run away, or kiss them on the cheek and run away, and that was the prank. And they did this over and over and over again, getting specific direction from the guys who hired them on how to dress, on exactly where to smear the cream, that kind of thing. They did it, they got paid, everything seemed fine, they assumed these videos were going up somewhere. In February of 2017, each of the women were told, hey, we're going to bring in a partner. The two of you are going to work together on this one. It's at Kuala Lumpur Airport in Malaysia. They were told exactly how to dress. One of them was told to wear a white t-shirt with the letters LOL on it. Like maybe that was branding for the prank channel or something. They were shown the target. They ran up. They smeared the stuff on his face. And then he died. This time, the baby oil had been replaced by the deadly nerve agent VX. The prank victim was Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. The two women were apparently unknowingly carrying out an assassination on behalf of the regime. See, Kim Jong-nam had been working with the CIA, apparently, and had been exiled from North Korea since 2003. They had apparently tried to take him out multiple times and finally succeeded by convincing two young women they were acting in a prank YouTube video.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. What do y'all think about that?
What up, everybody?
What's happening?
That was some crazy stuff.
Dude, is that crazy or what? So,
dude,
like...
prank style.
I mean, it kind of... it takes you back to the whole Cold War, espionage, blah, blah.
Man.
007 spy stuff and all that crap.
That's
right?
The funny part is it's not old stuff. Like, they still use it.
Well, right,
obviously,
yeah.
It's like VX gas and some lotion.
I kind of remember the story, but I mean, with everything that had happened from with the COVID that had happened and everything and all that stuff.
We're talking about, the big shot of NK having somebody offed, so we're not really going to hear a lot of information about that till we dig for it.
Right. Well, and especially,
because I remember kind of a brief dude had his own brother killed. Like, wow, man, that's crazy. And then you move on.
Well, right, and that's
Because
just
you already
kinda,
know,
yeah.
dude's crazy, right? They've been telling us that this whole time.
Well, right.
So we're supposed to think, like Rodman and all those guys, like, what are they doing? Going in and hanging out with this guy? He's offing his own brother.
Well,
but they're gonna go kick it.
He even offed his own uncle. Remember?
That's what I'm saying.
I
man.
mean, the
that's
man's
what they do. They off you. You
Right.
mess up, you get offed.
And just the way that they did it, I mean, just such a well planned out. I mean, they went to, they actually went to Vietnam, for one of the ladies. One of the guys he went to a bar. He was kind of trying to talk this one lady into it. She's like, I can't do it, blah blah. But I have a friend that's really into acting. She likes acting, so that's how the lady from Vietnam came about. I would like to try to pronounce her name. Is Doen Thai.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I would not be able to pronounce these ladies' names, but sorry that y'all got wrapped up into this. So and then it didn't really say how the lady from Indonesia kind of got wrapped up into it, but obviously probably the same thing.
Well, yeah, I mean,
money talks.
when you're poor, you're broke.
I mean,
and you hear something like, "Hey, you'll be famous.
You'll be famous
in
when it makes
some country, and we'll give you some money." It's like, hey, if you're used to making 10 cents an hour, and somebody's offering you a $20 bill, you're like,
right.
dude,
yeah,
I'll take it. And so when they go do this thing, and they even said they did it, over and over again.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like they, this is what I'm trying to say when I try to talk about how, where everybody just takes everything at face value, that it's just, it is what it is right in front of you instead of looking behind it, because they did this over and over again to get these girls completely accustomed to whatever they're doing. So now they are a weapon for them to use, because now they're completely desensitized to any wrongdoing whatsoever, because they've been doing it.
Yeah, just out there having fun, giggling and kicking it.
Like you were saying, it's how could somebody come up with something so big and so elaborate? It's like, well, dude, that's all they do, man.
Right.
It's Ren and Stimpy all day, every day. That's
Ren
what
and
they
Stimpy,
do,
Pinky
man.
in the brain.
That's their only job. Like we showed a video from Chase Hughes recently where he talked about these guys, their only job, their only point of being alive is to freaking make psyops, figure out how to manipulate the human brain.
Right. It's just so crazy on how
people look at me like I'm crazy for talking about this stuff, but it's like, okay, well, I mean, they're doing it to you every day. So if you don't start paying attention to it, it's going to happen. And, things are going to happen. People are going to get shots when they're going to start dying from those shots. And the only reason they got those shots is because they were told to, manipulated into doing it. And somewhere along the lines before that ever happened, we would already pass the test to where they could get us into that position.
Yeah. So
where did it begin? That's what I want to know,
Oh, man.
So this kind of stuff is nuts, though, because, it's just a harmless little prank.
Well, to them it was, but yeah, and it truly is. I mean, it just
VX gas, bro. You remember the movie The Rock? Remember when they were going to launch those rockets off the side of the Alcatraz?
Yeah.
And those were full of VX gas. Remember that ball fell off of one of the rockets, and as soon as it hit the ground, all the other dudes bailed except for the one guy that was stuck in there, and they locked the door, and he's like, "Let me out!"
I don't
and
remember
it broke.
That,
and he just started melting.
I don't remember that part, but yeah,
dude,
I remember the whole.
Look it up, because a lot of people out there will remember this part. But bro, I mean, that to me is that's what I think of when I hear VX gas.
Right. Well, and the crazy thing is the Nam guy. He actually had the antidote in his briefcase. They found after he had passed away. So and I guess North Korea has a big stockpile of it as well. So it's not something that
he had an antidote for VX gas.
He had one. He didn't take it. Obviously.
Why?
Because I think he knew that
people were doing that.
I think he knew that his brother was going to try to kill him.
Huh.
So I mean, I don't think it was probably the first attempt that they had tried to take him out, because you know, as they said, he was talking with the CIA, you know, and that's a big no-no. Well, especially, you know, with to take off from North Korea. If you're actually to run away from North Korea, they'll take.
That's what they call them,
defectors. Yeah, they'll kill your whole family.
Yeah,
they'll kill like everybody that is like associated.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people don't try to.
I mean, look at them. Look at how they got their people in check, bro.
Well, right. I mean, the whole haircut
You
thing.
see how they walk. You see how they talk.
Yeah.
Like they're. And people think that won't happen here. That's why I keep saying all the stuff I say. Like, you know, sometimes people don't want to hear it, but I'm just saying, you know, it's happening in Britain right now.
And they're actually talking about that with the Muslims and all that.
I saw a meme this morning that says, we're not putting people in jail for freedom of speech, and if you say we are, we'll put you in jail.
That's funny, man.
What?
That's funny.
And
well, no, they've
the truth.
actually just changed some of their laws recently in the UK about how you can obtain is it citizenship or I don't know if it's citizenship, but something along those lines. But instead of it was 3 years, and now it's I think they moved it to 6 or 10 or something like that before you can actually get some of the rights as an actual citizen and stuff there, because too many people are crowding the space. But anyways, so with this whole case, they dropped the charges on these two the murder charges or whatnot. One of the ladies, the lady from Vietnam, she did actually get charged for causing hurt by dangerous weapons, and was sentenced to. That's what it said in the thing is what she was charged with. I didn't make it up. I know it sounds like some weird, you know, but she was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months. She only served like 1 year because she was released in May 3rd of 2019. All other characters and that were involved, they came after 4 of the North Koreans, but they didn't have any evidence to charge them with anything. Nothing came about except for one dead man, and everybody's pointing the finger saying no, no, no. But
well, patsies get away with it sometimes.
It's a funky story.
Yeah.
I just thought it was kind of cool because, you know, it brings back that whole James Bond kind of good stuff. So, you know.
Right. Those are some good sound effects, bro.
Hey, man, you know, you never know what you're going to get with me. It's the and shit part.
That's right. There's a lot of it.
Yeah. Wait till we get to our strange facts you may never have known, because I have a good one for you. Have a good one.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk about... Right on.
It will.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the pyramid scheme.
Right on. It's a good one. What up?
Yeah.
What's up, happy people? How are y'all doing? Welcome back. Thank you for kicking with us still.
Yeah. So, pyramids. What we've been told for, our whole lives.
Such a long time. It's still even,
that they're a tomb, or, they were tombs for kings and pharaohs and all these things, but for some reason they've never found any mummies inside of the pyramids ever, which is weird. If it was a tomb, you would think that inside of the so-called casket things that they find in there, there should be a body.
I mean, I always thought that they found King Tut, and that's what we were told at least. And then,
I mean, they even had like Ramsey's mummy at the Denver History Museum back in the
that's what I was gonna.
in
I
the
was
late
like,
80s.
didn't they
I
have
think it
another
was.
one? That they had.
Because I remember when I lived in Northeast Colorado, we took a field trip to it, and we had to do a bunch of studying and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, just from what I remember from back in those days, was that we were told, that it's tombs, and like it's a bunch of underground stuff, but we don't need to worry about all that. It's just like, for some reason, these little people were like crawling around in these little tiny teeny holes that go all the way down in this little thing, and it's weird how they work.
Yeah, and they just go to some empty room where a tomb is, and blah blah, and there's nothing down there, but just
the only problem with that is that there were some LiDAR scans just in this past year that showed that there was some masses in the ground that had a solid material that went 3,000 feet into the ground. We'll show you some video here real quick. Hold on a second.
X-rays, LiDAR scans.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just months after the bombshell 2025 pyramid discoveries, the world just got another groundbreaking discovery from Egypt. New radar scans from only a few weeks ago reveal something utterly impossible, hidden even deeper beneath Giza, that will completely rewrite the history of the pyramids as we know it. Originally, in March 2025, archaeologists uncovered something beneath the Pyramid of Khafra at Giza that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. Professor Corrado Malanga and Filippo Biondi revealed radar scans showing spiraling staircases and massive vertical shafts extending over 2,000 feet below Egypt's sands. Structures so precise, so deliberately built that dismissing them as natural formations seemed almost impossible. Despite this, mainstream Egyptologists, led notably by Dr. Zahi Hawass, quickly tried to brush off these revelations, labeling them mere radar anomalies or misunderstandings.
I want you to understand, this conspiracy theory that you do have is wrong completely. We do not hide anything.
But just weeks ago, something even more astonishing emerged, an underground discovery that you genuinely won't believe. Stick around, because what they found beneath the pyramids could change everything we think we know about ancient Egypt. This latest radar scan confirmed the existence of a vast underground network beneath Khafre, an intricate, deliberately engineered maze of symmetrical chambers, extensive tunnels, and carefully constructed spaces. The complexity and precision of these hidden structures immediately raised big questions. Who created them? And how could something this significant have remained hidden for thousands of years? Could this underground world have been built by a civilization we know nothing about? Adding another layer of intrigue, a completely separate team of Japanese researchers uncovered another mysterious formation near the Western Cemetery at Giza. Using advanced ground-penetrating radar and electrical resistivity tomography, they identified a strange, deliberately concealed L-shaped structure, buried just 2 meters below the sand. But that's not all. Beneath this structure lies something even more puzzling, a large, perfectly square cavity located 5 to 10 meters underground. Could this be an ancient portal or entrance to something even deeper and more mysterious? In this video, we're going straight to the heart of these new revelations. We'll unpack Malanga's groundbreaking findings beneath the Khafra pyramid, the mysterious portal-like structures beneath the Giza graveyard, and explore the real reasons authorities are hesitant about these new pyramid findings. A pattern history shows repeats itself again and again. Past discoveries shows us this isn't the first time established archaeology has been quick to brush off new findings, only to be proven wrong later. Sites like Göbekli Tepe and Karahan Tepe were initially dismissed as impossible or exaggerated, yet today they're fully accepted as revolutionary discoveries. Could this be happening again, beneath the sands of Giza? Is it cautious skepticism? Or do some powerful figures within Egyptology and even governmental institutions prefer that these mysteries remain unexplored? What exactly do they have to gain from ignoring or downplaying potentially history-changing discoveries? The truth beneath Giza can't be hidden forever, and the evidence we're about to explore is simply too compelling to ignore. Let's jump into how this all came about. March 2025. Imagine standing on Egypt's iconic Giza Plateau, the hot desert sun beating down, with the famous pyramids towering around you. Now picture you're part of a research team scanning beneath these ancient monuments, unsure exactly what you'll find. Suddenly, the radar screen lights up, revealing something completely unexpected beneath the pyramid of Khafra. That's exactly what happened in March 2025, when Professor Corrado Malanga and his team first announced findings from a detailed ground-penetrating radar survey beneath Giza. These first reports, quickly picked up by international media, focused on 4 mysterious spiral-shaped structures detected deep underground near the Khafra pyramid. At first glance, these spiral formations were baffling. Their origins and exact purposes were unclear. Were they natural rock formations, or did humans deliberately build them? The radar scans suggested they extended downward, spiraling beneath the plateau. This precise arrangement and unusual shape immediately caught the researchers' attention. It raised key questions about whether these were geological oddities or the product of ancient construction. In addition to the spiral structures, the radar revealed hints of potential water channels or underground tunnels. These water-related anomalies sparked thoughts of advanced ancient engineering, perhaps indicating that people long ago had designed systems to manage groundwater. Although these initial findings were speculative and preliminary, they opened fascinating possibilities about intentional underground building beneath Giza. The possibility of hidden water systems beneath Giza captured the interest of researchers, as ancient Egyptians were known for sophisticated water management in their constructions. Archaeologists began discussing whether, if proven true, these underground water channels could change our understanding of how the pyramids were built, or what their purpose might have been.
So yeah, just a little bit right there about the LiDAR scans shows that what I'm talking about is there, okay? And it was some Italian scientists. But then there's this guy, Zauhi Hawass, that is like the main source of information for anything Egypt. So if you know anything, it's because this guy knows it first. Watch this.
That's not true.
From satellite. It's not true.
No.
So what are you saying, that they're lying? So
They're
this
lying.
right here.
They're completely lying.
But if they're showing, using these techniques, things that we know that you discovered that absolutely
Okay.
exist, what makes you believe those scientists rather than these guys from Italy?
because because the scientists are scientists.
Well, these are scientists as well.
They are not all the people work with me. The scan pyramid project, they said this is bullshit.
that are saying that they can see kilometers into the ground with this stuff.
That's not true. I did.
Are you sure?
I did.
Do you
make,
understand the technology?
No.
So yeah, I mean, do you even know what the technology is? No.
Like,
Well, why are you
heck?
arguing it then?
Right.
Because you didn't see it first, or
Or there's just stuff that wants to be hidden. that
well,
they
and
don't-
you know, it's odd. Just first off, that somebody would not want us to know and be that guy. But it's not odd if you think of things in the grand scheme, where it's like knowledge is control, man. I've
Right.
said that before.
Yeah.
So if you have a certain narrative, like the Egyptians are the grand builders of all pyramids, everything that was built, and they did it with these cantilevers and, you know, using water and logs and rope and blah blah blah
elephants
blah,
and all that good stuff. Yeah.
but it's insane. So
I've never, like, especially with the weight and everything and just the movements and now with how that was talking, you know, just the granite that they were moving from one place to another. I just don't get it.
Right.
How they would have been able to. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think, you know, to a lot of people with open minds, and they're just like, that just doesn't make sense to me anymore. It
Nope.
just doesn't. I mean, it just doesn't. I don't see how it's just even with they're like, this would have taken lasers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like they were saying, well, this isn't even 4 sides, it's 8. Because if you look from it at the top, you can actually see the angle, and that can only be, you know, that's so
well, and all the
precise.
numbers, we'll break them down here in just a second. Hold on.
The way the pyramid was built and the materials used to build it suggest it had a different purpose. The sides of the pyramid are aligned with the compass with such accuracy that only modern engineering can match it. The Great Pyramid is a mountain made of 2.5 million blocks of stone weighing 6 million tons, piled 481 feet high. Its footprint is over 13 acres. To align this construction within 1/15th of a degree of true north is impossible precision. The base of the Great Pyramid is leveled to within 3/4 of an inch. The only way to do this with modern structures is to use lasers. Even though the sides of the pyramid are over 755 feet long, made of stone blocks weighing between 2 and 40 tons each side is within 2 inches of any other. That's 99.98% accurate. Fun fact, the pyramid doesn't have 4 sides. It actually has 8. Each side is slightly concave that you can only really see from directly above, or when the pyramid casts shadows during the equinoxes. And yes, those angles too are perfect. Whoever built the pyramids somehow knew the size of the Earth. If you take the height of the pyramid and multiply it by 43,200, you get 3,938.685 miles, which is within 11 miles of the polar radius of the planet. That's 99.7% accurate. If you take the perimeter of the base of the pyramid and multiply that by 43,200, you get 24,734.94 miles. That's the Earth's circumference at the equator within 99.3% accuracy. We know that the ancients were obsessed with equinoxes, when the day and the night are the same lengths. The length of the day and night on an equinox is 43,200 seconds. Now, skeptics will say this relationship between 43,200 and the size of the Earth is forced. They say, well, the planet is different sizes in different places, so this is just a coincidence.
Yeah, so that's crazy, man. So much disinformation, so much, you know, just too many hands in the pot telling people what they can and can't do. You know, like there's so many independent researchers that have tried to go down there and search for stuff, and they just, you know, brick walls at every turn, no matter what it is, unless you're somebody that's sent by the man. Like he said in that video, he's like, I've dug.
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about digging. We're talking about LiDAR scans, bro.
Right.
Like,
and those things are freaking crazy. And you could see the spiraling of some. So I mean, I know what I saw, and I saw the spiraling around that, you know.
Yep. And the thing is, like I've always said, I think that, you know, they've buried all this stuff. None of this stuff was subterranean at one point in time. Who knows what time that was and what, you know, how far back that was. But I think all this stuff has been buried. When you look at the pictures where they show even these LiDAR scans, you can see layers of different type of sediment.
Yeah.
And the top of the sediment is sand. It's just like they filled everything in. And even that one tomb that they showed, was full of sand. Like they buried it intentionally. And even in, you know, after or during and at the end of World War II, the Germans were doing the same thing where they would bury stuff. If they didn't bury it, they'd blow it up. So it makes sense. But it's like, who did it and why have they tried to keep us from knowing all this stuff? The Tesla stuff, that's what he knew, was that that's what the pyramids were for. They were power plants. You could see where the water used to be and where it is now. Right. You know, the water used to run under the pyramids. Whether it does anymore or not, we'll never know because there's people keeping us from that knowledge now.
Yeah, and they don't allow anybody to and it's funny because, you know, they did, they're finally letting us in there to dig up blah blah blah's tomb and blah blah. And look what we found, and you know, but yeah, it seems like it's all a scam to keep whatever is there, whatever information that is there that they might have already found, or they don't want anybody else to find because it might be scary.
You're right.
So I mean, it's you know. There's stuff that they're never going to let us know. You know?
Right. And that's what sucks, man. I've talked about that before, is when, you know, when we don't care about what our origins are, then we won't know what our future holds for us. And when people are withholding information about what our past was, they can control what we think about our future and what we'll do. You know what I mean? And the way things have kind of leaned nowadays, with the digital ID, stuff like that, with, there's constant surveillance. We did an episode on flock cameras. It's everywhere. It's leaning towards that dystopian Big Brother,
control.
Right. And so that's why I talk about this stuff, because if we don't know what our past is, we won't know to watch out for it in the future.
Cameras are everywhere. Cameras are places that we don't even think they are, and then you start watching stuff, and you're like, I never even knew they had cameras there. So
it's nuts.
It's insane. But I like that. That one was pretty good with the pyramids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's
some crazy stuff. I'm going to be doing another documentary, kind of separate from this. It's actually from a front to back, from the beginning of what some researchers have found, as opposed to what we're told, stuff like that. So kind of look for that in the future. But so now we have, what is it, Eric?
We have strange facts you may have never known. All right, y'all. So I have a couple strange facts that you may never have known. One is, did you know that cereal was invented to prevent masturbation? That's an actual fact. I did not know that as well, and I was like, what the hell?
Wait a minute. You can't just spit that out and then walk away. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to do some splaining, Lucy. What are you talking about?
So it just says that it was a fact that cereal was invented to prevent masturbation. It didn't say why. It just says that it was. Sorry, that was just a fact.
But how?
How? I don't know why. That's all the fact was. It was just.
What year was cereal invented then?
You want to Google it? Let's Google, when was cereal invented? Y'all ready for this one? When was cereal invented? Dun 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 dun. When was cereal invented? Cereal was invented 1863 by Dr. James Caleb Jackson, who created a hard graham flour-based product called granule, which had to be soaked overnight to be edible. Well, geez. Paving the way for that later, the popular cereals like Kellogg's and Post creations in... But yeah, it doesn't even say it. But no, I looked it up. It said that, it was for masturbation. But it's not saying in here.
Well, make sure you eat your cereal, I guess.
Yeah, make sure you eat your cereal.
I don't know,
but,
whatever.
Hey,
that's your trigger there.
Well, that's what it was in here in a fact thing. So I'm going to believe it because it sounds pretty funny. I don't see why they would put that in there as a fun fact if it wasn't true.
Right on, man. Well, now you know.
And now you know. And hey, I want to give a shout out to
battle.
my friend Val with her Central Arts and
Val's a subscriber.
Yeah, Val is a subscriber.
Thanks, Val. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Val. But yeah, look at her stuff. Man, now you're gonna make me look for it. But yeah, you can find her on Facebook with Central Arts and Herbs LLC on Facebook. Check her out. She has some cool stuff. She makes homemade soaps and all that. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you like to be clean.
Thanks, Val.
Yeah. Thanks, Val.
You're awesome.
Right on for the shout out as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, folks.
All right, y'all.